Oh, I think I actually said that already in Lehman's terms, so I'm gonna go to the next one. All right, the authority of a chief executive. Um, oh, okay. The authority of a chief executive to withhold approval from specific parts of appropriation bills passed by the legislature is known as. Blah 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 blah. 57. B. A line item veto. So basically, the boss, chief executive, boss, CEO, withhold approval from specific parts. So you have a big old. You're going to take out specific parts of a bill, like not the whole bill, just specific parts. Like 1 through 10, I don't like 1, 5, and 6. I don't like 1, 5, and 6. I don't like 1, 5, and 6 of appropriation bills. Literally, a bill that lets you do something, a bill that lets you do something, a bill that lets you do something, a paper that lets you do something, a paper that lets you do something, a paper that lets you do something. By the legislature, by Congress. Line item veto. And let's just look up the official definition real quick. In the United States government, the line item veto or partial veto is the power of an executive authority to nullify or cancel specific provisions of a bill, usually a budget appropriations bill, without vetoing the entire legislative package. Literally, without the vetoing the entire packages, so only 1, 3, and 5 is gone. 1 through 10, most of them still work. Only 1, 3, and 5 is gone. So a line item veto, line item veto, a line item veto. Alright. The weakening of political parties is most often traced to 58. C. Progressive era reforms. So progressive era. The progressive era was a period of widespread social activism and political reform across the United States that spanned 1890s to 1920s. The main objectives of the progressive movement were addressing problems caused by industrialization, urbanization, immigration, and political corruption. So basically, the companies were becoming bigger and just having too much power. They were like urbanization. That's when people come from like the bumpkin country to like cities and all that, or like suburbs. So when they were transferring, the transfer was just like out of whack, and I don't know, like they were messing up the forest incorrectly, and people's houses weren't being built correctly. Immigration, it's like when people were coming over, they were coming over not knowing how to speak English properly, or they were coming over and they basically put in situations where they were guaranteed to get abused because they weren't taught anything correctly. So they're brought in like incorrectly, and they're abused, and political corruption. Basically, you use your power to become and you use your power to get more. You use your power to be more popular and give yourself more power. You don't use your power to actually like make the country run better. Popular power, no good country. Popular power, no good country. Okay, and the progressive area was like social activism, like people were protesting the bullshit. I mean the BS. They were protesting the BS. And the abuse, and political reform. They were making the country actually in the interest of making the country last. Making the country last. And political parties, when a political party is like basically BSing and doing dumb stuff, and like other people are literally fixing the government like with third party resources and all that, that's when political parties like start looking bad and all that. Basically when Democrats and Republicans are like just doing like all types of dumb stuff, and like everybody else is like fixing the planet while they're looking cool, that's like when they start losing their power and all that.